Hello friends, welcome to the channel once again. You hear it, Pastor James Devalon. In today's video, all right, I found this video last night and I got a few more things I'm going to share with you today as well. You want to watch this video till the end. This is woke preacher clips. This is not a Seventh-day Adventist YouTube channel. What they do, they collect videos of ministers that are promoting left-wing policies and so on. It can be somewhat leaning, it's more conservative in nature, but oftentimes they don't even speak in the video. They just simply share what's happening there and people can make their own judgment. But what they're talking about here is Los Angeles Adventist Church hosts seminar on how to avoid deportation. I'll be honest with you, I haven't even actually seen this video. I wanted to do a pure one-on-one, heart-to-heart reaction with you. So we're going to watch this together to see what this is all about. So let's get right into it.
Documents. Many individuals carry their matricula, right, from consular from Mexico. They carry their passport from their country of origin. Guess what happened? You're going to be sent to that country immediately. Yeah. That's the reality. So we advise, Pastor, for everybody not to carry any identification from, outside the country. Otherwise, then they'll know probably that you are from there, and that can expedite the process. Because at that point, you are not supposed to say anything, right? You are supposed to remain silent, and it's their job to find out about everything. But if you have that document, then it's going to be easier.
Say Jose is undocumented. Pastor, he's here. They know that he goes to church here. That chapel is public, so they can arrest him there. They didn't have a search warrant. Pastor takes him to his office. It's private. They see him, takes him to the office, but they don't have the search warrant, so he can stay there. Will he get in trouble?
No, it's like being at home. You are at home, and then you have the arrest warrant, but you don't have the search. You just don't let in. That's it. I mean, you probably know. But there's no. They may, but I don't think they will. They may arrest the pastor because they noticed or they saw that the pastor was helping in that category. Probably, but it will be very difficult to do it in front of everybody.
I mean, I'm not sure if it was a good policy to even record this video and make it public for everybody to see, especially in the heat of the moment. First of all, I encourage people to have their perspective and opinion, right? But what we are talking about here are individuals who came to the country illegally. They broke the law, right? They may not all be bad people, and some of them have had bad experiences in their home country. So we sympathize. However, why is the church so determined to protect illegal migrants who have broken the law to get here? Listen to my question now. And did not protect the liberty of conscience of their own members during the time of the Fauci ouchie and the pestilence. Have you ever thought about that? Like, what is it that we are getting from this, that we are so determined to protect the illegal migrants, but we did not protect our own members and they needed our help? It's just something that I'm going to show you what I mean in a little bit. Let's keep watching.
What of the pastor's job or their status protects them from being in trouble when helping these individuals?
There is no the clerical part of it. That definition doesn't protect them from. I don't know about any additional protection because of that. What we know. And again, if we only go to this new memo that states that you need to exercise common sense, I wouldn't come to a church to arrest a minister. I wouldn't do that. even though I may see the opportunity to do it because I just saw that the minister took someone, the person that I'm looking for, inside this private office. But even at that point, ministers are supposed to do that. I mean, under these circumstances, right? Not legally, but they're supposed to do that. And
If it's not legal, it's illegal. So the minister is engaging here in pretty much obstructing the law. He is making it impossible for the ICE officer to do his job. Why would you encourage your ministers to do that, right? This is not a matter of liberty of conscience. This is not the law of God is being violated. We're not talking about this. We're not talking about Carrie Ten Boom protecting the Jews and, life and death situation. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about a new administration, laws that's been violated, individuals who are here illegally. And in some cases, some of these individuals were actively engaged in criminal activities and so on. Not all of them, of course. So to encourage the ministers to fight against the law, to fight against ICE in this situation, I'm not sure if that's a good look. It's kind of like you're putting the church right in the midst of a political dissension right now. How is that a good thing for us? Anyway, let's finish this video.
And I don't think that will be a good exercise of a common sense. I don't know. It's many suppositions, but we have never ever experienced that. I mean, we don't know. We have never seen immigration going inside a church and arresting the minister because he's protecting, the membership.
Yeah, it hasn't happened yet, but I think if we're encouraging our ministers to stand and obstruct the law, we can get to a place where that happens,
City in California that seems like they're going to be supporting these immigration efforts. What city is that? Because I'm not from Los Angeles. I'm hoping it's not the city I came from. Oh, it's not San Diego.
Huntington.
Good.
Huntington Beach.
All right, I won't go there. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't want to be classified under the sanctuary definition. They want to be out, and they're suing the state for that. Okay. Yeah.
So how is that a good look? I mean, you can go and check out the comments underneath this video. Most people disagree with this position. It's unfortunate that some of our churches think this is a good idea. But here is the point I want to make. And again, this is not a new position for our beloved church. Okay, it's a heartbreaking situation. What's happening? What I have an issue here with is the double standard, right? The double standard. How the church is flexing their muscle, push back against the law of the state right now to protect illegal migrants, right? And my question is, what do you get from this? Like, why would you put your pastor's life at risk to protect an illegal person? Why would you encourage them to fight against the law, even advocate for illegal individuals to find ways to escape the law as a church? Why would you do that unless you were getting something from it? Unless there was something involved. Because I don't think the church is doing it just because we are loving. I don't believe that. I believe, yes, some people are loving and love the Lord and love people, but I don't think that's what's going on here. And you can argue with me and disagree with me when it comes to that. Adventist faith at the center of Trump's illegal migration. And again, we're talking about 2017. They have been fighting against this for a long time. For those of us who don't know, this is not a new concept. So we can go in history and see how the church has been pushing back against this. And again, here is Spectrum Magazine on this one. Immigration expert helps Southern Adventist University community to understand new laws. So the church is trying to understand this law and how they can use it even in some of our universities. Let's read part of this article here. On January 31st, the NAD released a statement regarding the unionization or marginalization by law or the implementation of laws and or policies asking Adventists to show our immigrant families that we love them by lifting up our voices and standing by their side in these times of uncertainty. Wow, that's crazy. So, yeah, Adventists fight for the illegal migrants who have entered this country. Fight for them by any means necessary. Fight against the law and the new administration policies. Why will the church do such a thing? Unless they were getting money from this. So let's look at this. Here is the statement that is being talked about here. We talked about this before. The church is advocating, and again, I love my church, but we are acting crazy. Guidance on immigration enforcement activity on church and school property. So we talked about NAD released this, and they go to a number of steps as well. And I've paralleled this with many of the policies you will find among some Roman Catholics and other institutions and NGOs as well. They tend to have similar bylaws as far as advocating for that. But the point that I wanted to make is this, right? And we remember what happened in 2019 and also the reaffirmation statement of 2015. Reaffirmation Adventist Church, there you have it here. And the response to pestilence 19. So the church still has this policy up, which is something many Seventh-day Adventists are crying about. But again, it's one thing you say you want to stand for illegal migrants, and you can have your conviction different from my own. But I do believe in protecting the lives of humanity, not at the expense of breaking the law of the state. But it's one thing you're talking about religious liberty, which I thought it's much more significant and should be protected here. But why wasn't the church standing for Seventh-day Adventists doing this time? Quoting Matthew 22, verse 21, Romans 13, like using these biblical verses to say that you need to subject to mandates. Yes, we respect your liberty of conscience, but we're not going to help you if you choose to exercise it. In many cases, Seventh-day Adventist Church has supported government mandates in support of health and safety issues. When it comes to pestilence 19, we believe individuals have the right to state and defend their conviction, whether to receive the jab or not. So that's the one side of the story. And as you call down, you read something like this. The Seventh-day Adventist Church, in consultation with the Health Ministry and Public Affair of Religious Liberty Department, PAR, of the General Conference of the Seventh-day Adventists, is convinced that the jab program are generally being carried out are important for safety and health of our members and large community. Therefore, claims of religious liberty are not used appropriately in objecting to government mandates or employment programs designed to protect the health and safety of their communities. That's exactly what I'm talking about. On one side, here is the church pushing back against the law of the state to protect illegal migrations. And on the other hand, here is the same church telling you, hey, we are not in objection to that. You cannot use the church position to affirm your religious conviction, although we believe you can stand for your religious conviction, but we will not help you if you dare to use it. This is wrong. This has always been wrong, and that's been our pushback here in this channel for a long time. And again, here is that statement. It is still available on the website, Adventist.org, official statement on immunization. There it is. It was voted, passed, and there it is again. As such, we encourage responsible immunization and jabs, and have no religious or faith-based reasons not to encourage our adherents to responsibly participate in proactive and preventive immunization programs. We value and health safety of the population, which include the maintenance of herd immunity. The double standard here is appalling. Anyway, that's my rant today. One thing that's very interesting though, while God's remnant church is acting this way, The Presbyterian Church is doing this. Look at that. What a contrast. Christian Post, Presbyterian Church in America repents for immigration guidance. Grave error. Wow. Wow. And I want to read a little, I'm not going to do too much commentary on this one, but what a contrast. The Presbyterian Church in America recently issued a statement repenting for guiding of one of his websites and advise illegal migrants how to avoid detainment by U.S. Immigration and Custom Enforcement. They are repenting of having done that. Here we are doing exactly that. Here we are in this video doing exactly the very thing that the Presbyterians are repenting of doing. And this is what they went on to say. After it went viral on X, the conservative Presbyterian denomination deleted a resource page, Refugee and Immigration Ministry for Churches. Let me see if I can find the page. There is the page. Yes, there is the page. So let's go back to the article. Look at that. Help Immigrants Forcing 2025 Policy Changes, which was published in January by Mission to North America, MNA, which is a subsidiary of the PCA. If you do not have law status, it is recommended not to carry documentation showing your country of origin. Isn't that what we were just hearing from here?
Passport from their country of origin. Guess what happened? You're going to be sent to that country immediately. Yeah, that's the reality. So we advise, Pastor, for everybody not to carry any identification from outside the country.
Don't bring your document here because we don't want people to know who you are. They are repenting from this. Do not carry false immigration documents was among the advice offered by the since deleted page, which also advised illegal immigrants not to inform authorities of their country of origin if ICE contact them. They went on to say this. The page also advised not telling authorities about criminal activities. Open that the President Donald Trump does not have the authority to end birthright citizenship via executive order, which remains in litigation. The church, citing the Westminster Confession of Faith, NSYS statements acknowledged that it was wrong. It was wrong. MNA leadership erroneously allowed the posting of content and advised undocumented person on ways to avoid being detained by authorities. We affirm that it is our Christian duty to obey laws and commands and civil magistrate and to be subject to their authority. To counsel otherwise is a sin. We confess that we fell short of our biblical and confessional standard. We repent and apologize. We also apologize for causing confusion and consternation in our church. We have removed all the previous posted information from our website, he said. What? What an example for us to follow. What an example. I'm just going to end it right here. Friends, in one video, our own people, some of our churchmen are advocating for this, and they should not be. They are encouraging this illegal behavior and encouraging ministers to assist in opposing the law of the state. And that's not okay. But on the other hand, the church turned their back against the protection of the liberty of conscience of the members of their own body and have not changed their positions ever since. When we needed you to stand firm for us in a time of serious crisis, the church backed away. That was a shame. How could we have done such a thing and remain unrepentant? And then here are the Presbyterians doing the exact opposite of what God's remnant church is doing. We are in a sad condition as a people, and we need to change our ways. That's all I'm asking for. Share your thought and perspective with me. Let me know what you think about this reaction video. Where do you stand in your position yourself? I would like to hear from you. Until next time, have a good one. Bye.